I've been getting a little bit curious lately just to work out how dead Scrap Mechanic might actually be. So this is devlog 23, this is the latest devlog that we've got, and if we scroll all the way down to the bottom, you'll notice there is a little bit at the bottom where it's basically saying about when are we going to see chapter 2. It's the very last chunk here, the very bottom of this devlog. When is the next chapter coming out? We know that a long wait can be frustrating, but we don't want to commit to a specific release date until we have made sure that the next chapter is worthy of your patience and can offer you many hours of quality gameplay. Now, I had a quick search to find out when the first time was that they mentioned survival, because this will help give us a little bit of an idea of timescale. And I scrolled through all the devlogs that are available on Steam, and this right here is the first time that they mention survival, and all they say about it is we'll be right back working on survival mode as well as other content, and that was in this bug fixes thing. First time that I can find that they mention survival is in devlog 6, which is February 2016. Now, what concerns me is if you go to devlog 9, oh, by the way, in 2016 it had over 100,000 people buy the game, so this game had a base early on as well, which they totally could have used. They totally could have built this game so well. But as we scroll up, we get to devlog 9, and devlog 9 for me is when things start to get a little bit concerning. So what we have is a question. Pretty legitimate question, but it's also a question that we've just read on the latest devlog. So this is devlog 9, September 2016, September. John asks, when will survival mode come out? Unfortunately, we are not able to advise on a release date at this specific time. There is so much depth to survival mode, and we're working away tirelessly to eventually be able to give you definitive dates. We're taking extra special care, ensuring that survival mode is superior quality, and we would rather not rush any early release at the expense of this. By the way, it took them 4 years to get survival out, and the response that they said there to when will survival come out is pretty much the exact same response that we've got in the current devlog. That was 2016 when somebody asked that question. Now, I think the reason for this, if we go to devlog 13, you guys might remember this wonderful place that they were going to be bringing us. It's an entire, scrapyard. And if you read through, it goes on about they've been spending ages and ages working on this unique environment. Well, we later find out, as the years tick on, this has been completely scrapped. This isn't even part of anything anymore. This is now eventually being turned into the underground biome. So, should you be concerned about when Scrap Mechanic is going to release content? I think you should, because we are getting the same answers in the modern day, literally posted in 2022. You'll get the same answers to the question of when is the content coming as we were getting 4 years ago. They refuse to give us any sort of date. They don't even want to give us a rough ballpark. They won't even say, summer of 2022 or winter of 2023 or nothing like that at all. They just say, we're working really hard, we don't want to rush it. That's been their response for 4 years. This game is frustrating for a lot of people because it has so much potential. They just seem to be wasting it. If it wasn't for modders, this game wouldn't be here anymore. It'd be so dead because there's only so much creation you can do before physics give out or just the random Scrap Mechanic behavior just gives up. And it's such a shame because it has so much potential. It's got so much potential to be a decent game, but it just doesn't have a dev team that seems like they care about it. They spend all this work, like I say, working on that biome that they then just scrap. There doesn't seem to be any plan in place or any structure to what they're making, and you're just not really getting any content at all. They show off all these shiny little things like, this is what's coming, this is what's coming, this is what's coming, they've been doing that for the last 2 years. Survival released in 2020. We haven't had any real major update to the game. We've had water turn into oil and would have a beacon and a few behind the scenes tweaks maybe, but nothing in terms of gameplay, and the user base is getting kind of bored of it. And what really concerned me is when you are reading the exact same responses to the similar questions when they were saying 4 years ago that they didn't want to rush survival because they wanted it to be perfect, and it took them 4 years to get it out. And we're getting the same responses now. They don't want to rush chapter 2 because they want it to be perfect when it comes out. People are getting sick of hearing the same old nonsense. nonsense. We just want actual content to a game now. Like, we've paid money for this game. It's supposed to be in early access. It's supposed to be being developed, and we're not getting anything. Nothing at all. Like, any game that develops this slowly, it goes. Its life is gone. If you don't bring out games in a quick succession, they die. No one hangs around for them because the next big thing's already come in and gone. Like, you look at AAA games, like the real big games like Call of Duty and Fortnite and all these sort of things. Call of Duty has to be renewed pretty much every year. Fortnite has done well to hang on, but it's dropped in popularity massively, but it is a huge game. This game could literally potentially compete with Minecraft, in my opinion, but they need to do something about it. And Minecraft had its moments, by the way. Minecraft died and it got re-resurrected. It came back. Scrap Mechanic doesn't have that user base yet, and it won't get that user base if they don't do anything about the game. For me personally, they're becoming the boy that cried wolf. Every time they post an update, it's like, look what we're gonna do, but they never do it. So stop telling me what you're gonna do and just do it. Deliver it in the game. Show me. I'd rather hear nothing and then have a game update than constantly be showing these dev vlogs that just frustrate me, in all fairness. It just frustrate me because it's like, we're gonna bring this, we're gonna bring this, we're gonna bring this. It's 2 years and we're still waiting for something. That's my 2 cents. Cheers.